welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, along with my sidekick.
Good
Forgot
morning,
to introduce you. You're just going to get paid one-fourth of zero.
I get a
one-fourth of zero.
naught times naught is not naught. Huh?
Yep. While we were on the break here temporarily, with that 1 minute break, you read about Bernard Hopkins. For you boxing enthusiasts throughout the world, Bernard Hopkins defeated a young man. Bernard Hopkins is 48 years old. They were fighting for IBF championship, which is one of the major championships.
Makes him the oldest champion in history, older than George Foreman was.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
B-Hop.
And he broke his own record. He had broke a record at age 46. Now he came back at 48, and he says, well, I'm going to break my own record at age 50. So he's looking to...
he's crafty.
He very crafty, beautiful condition. He's never been on drugs. He's never been on steroids. He's kept his body clean. And the only thing he does is he never lays off. He's picking at those... picks at all of them.
Move, stick, move.
And he had a relationship with Don King that didn't go good, and he said that Don King's last world champion was this young man, Javaris Cloud, who he defeated. He says, and he went right after the fight, he went straight and pointed his finger at Don King and said, I told you, you wouldn't have a champion when I got through with your champion. And they had a big disagreement over money. Of course, Don King stayed in court over money deals. But anyhow, it's all part of a show, I think, part of it. But he is serious. I mean, he gets right in the face.
It's his foot placement. When he boxes a man, you can watch his feet, watch his shoulders. You could take a picture and use that as a study guide every time he throws a punch. He's clean, good-looking fighter when he fights.
So HBO, thanks for bringing a good world championship fight. There's a lot of between Showtime and HBO. There's a lot of good boxing, and most of it is for zero cost to you. If you have,
if you already got the prescription, you can go.
Got the service, you get it at your house for free. Not every now and then they have one. Mayweather fight coming up.
That'll be pay-per-view.
That's going to be pay-per-view. What he calls himself? Money.
Money. That's
money.
right.
He calls himself money.
And if you're not studying the sweet science, maybe you're studying one of the other sciences. Maybe you want the Slimco Scholarship. They're giving out 20 different scholarships this year over in June time. At their annual meeting, you got to have your application in by May the 2nd. You got to be a graduating high school student going into college, or a first-time college student with you need to have a C average or better to qualify. Send in your application. Get it at slimco.com. You can give them a call at 896-2520. And I got one more sponsor back with us again. Sears here in Opelousas on Cresswell Lane. Go by your local Sears. You're going to see a whole new selection of mattresses there. Lawn and garden right now. This is lawn and garden time. All those big box stores, there are more. I can tell you, there's a bigger selection of push mowers right now. Must be 40 push mowers at Sears here in Opelousas. You can find what you're looking for, from the big wheel ones, self-propel, the kind you propel yourself. They got them all, and they got lawn tractors. I saw almost 20 different models of lawn tractors. If you want to go by your local Sears. They've got all that great stuff there. They'll help you out, and anything that you want, you can order, have it shipped direct to the store for free shipping. So give them a holler at Sears here in town.
The Louisiana-Texas Fishing Rodeo, which will be held in May, our final supper before the actual, we collect dues and, you know, get the final numbers in of how many actual paid up members, and then they go to Texas and match up the group from here with the group from Galveston, Texas area. And the final supper will be Monday night, this coming Monday night at my outdoor kitchen. And we want to remind everybody, please come with your check to pay your dues, and also pass a good time and have a good supper. And of course, we having a fundraiser for Senator Elbert Lee Gilroy at my outdoor kitchen Wednesday night. That'll be the 20th. So if you would like to come, just contact us. We'll get you a ticket, and we'd be happy to have you. We would love to have you. Let's put it that way.
And with all this rezoning, redistricting, it's nice to have a local senator that knows what's going on here in this area.
That's correct. So we've got lots going on at my outdoor kitchen. Something quite interesting was a young lady who's very popular across the world, I guess you could say, Good Morning America anchor, Robin Roberts. And she got her first degree from Southeastern Louisiana University. How about that? Right here in Louisiana. And they are a group of youngsters over there have organized a swabbing for Robin, and that's to get bone marrow donors lined up. And she's had a bone marrow transplant. She's starting to look better, but she had a hard time.
It's a long road.
Yeah, they wasn't too sure she'd make it.
And you hear bone marrow, you know, some of the newer technology that you hear about is adult stem cells. What they're getting with the bone marrow is basically adult stem cells, which good, proper, you know, people worry about the ethics. Adult stem cells, perfectly fine, because the person donates it to, you know, there's no loss of life in giving bone marrow.
Robin, we love you, and hope that you continue your progress. And she's back at work now. She's a tough kid and doing well. Let's see
With
here.
ABC News, I believe. Is
Yes,
her,
sir. Yes, sir. What about the two sailors? They found two sailors from the USS Monitor had been buried for approximately 150 years, and the bodies were found. They were DNA proven to who they were.
well, I don't think they ever identified.
No, they didn't. They took
Right.
it. They took some DNA, but haven't yet.
They never could, right.
But they're not going to quit looking, and they buried these two
With a military
at,
funeral?
In Arlington, Virginia, in the military cemetery there. What else you have going on?
What else I got? I don't know. All kind of good stuff, I guess. How about 3 Mile Lake? I want to remind everybody, if you're a lake owner over at 3 Mile, the annual dues are up, $100 dues. Please mail in your check. And don't forget, the new keys going to be the new locks will be put in place on April the 15th over at 3 Mile Lake. So you want to get your dues in so you get your new key.
And of course, we're talking to the 3 Mile Lake. We're talking to Kimballton owners, and we're talking to the North North Wilderness. So all of us put together in there. We need some more money coming in. It's coming in, but it's not coming in quite fast enough. We need some more money to make sure that if another flood or something comes along, we've got the proper funds to protect your property.
And the lily eradication that goes on so that the waterways are clear. A lot of the work that gets done over there. We've also got the Crawfish Etouffee Festival coming up. It's a week from this Sunday. It'll be March 24th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Eunice, over at the what do they call that? The big Northwest Pavilion over there on Samuel Drive in Eunice. Gino Delafosse will be playing on Saturday. Roscoe Chenier's band, the Inner City Blues Band, will be playing on Sunday. Jason Fry on Sunday. Steve Rod and the Mamou Playboys on Sunday. More info, call 457-2565. Remember, it's a Crawfish Etouffee cook-off. There'll be everything there: ball crawfish, poker run, arts and crafts, a petting zoo, all kind of stuff for the kids to do as well. $10 cover.
How about this picture here? It shows up pretty good. What a fish.
A redfish.
That's correct. And that's Noel Bunal. And of course, Noel works with Imperial Insurance Company here in Opelousas, Louisiana. He's in sales and marketing. And his daddy is coming in and going to be staying at my house. He called to make reservations at my house. When he comes to the quarterly meetings of Imperial Fire and Casualty, he comes over and we visit, and it's a nice evening. And I'm not sure if Noel will be there, but Noel is an avid fisherman, and of course in recent years he's really got big into hog hunting, and I showed some pictures a while back of the big huge hogs that he's they said the fur trade grows still a shadow of its past, and that kind of got my attention, so I started reading about it. And they're talking about nutria furs are hanging right here, drying out, and then being sold to processors, and they use the hides for different
coats
and
blankets or whatever.
Yeah, and collars on fancy clothes and everything. And this article is out of Homer, Louisiana. And that reminded me, there was a gentleman, an older gentleman, I'm sure he's deceased now, but from the north part of St. Landry Parish, Mr. Ned Sheets was his name. And he bought fur. and was well known
remember
back.
him.
Well, that's before your
Before my
time.
time?
Yep, before your time. But I got to know him also because he was a pecan buyer, and Daddy was a pecan buyer, and they visited from time to time. So kind of reminded me of, we had he was a pretty big operator, Mr. Ned Sheets was. If anybody's listening can update me to approximately when he passed away, or if he's got any descendants that I might know and don't know that they're related to him, please pass that on to me. We deeply appreciate it. And Kensett, Matt Kensett, won his he won the race over in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas NASCAR race that was held. And it was on his 41st birthday, and that's only happened 4 times. And
That somebody won on their birthday?
That won on their birthday.
Ain't that interesting?
Very interesting, and they're doing well. Our friend from neighboring Catahoula, Louisiana, right out of Brobridge, St. Martinville, Mr.
Calvin Burrell.
Calvin Burrell. He won his 5,000th race recently, and he's back to running. It's either Saturday or Sunday. I think it was Sunday over at Oaklawn. That's where he primarily does his big racing, and then he tries to get him a mount from there. They have the big Southwest Futurity goes on. Then they have a big Arkansas Derby race, and a lot of the horses there go on to racing in the Kentucky Derby. So he trying to get himself a mount. He won 3 races either Saturday or Sunday, so he's back in the saddle, and it was on a dry track. Can you imagine if the track would have been wet and he'd have been on that inside rail where he likes to run on a wet day? Go ahead, Calvin. We love you, young man. And
he's done pretty well.
And then the week before, Carl Edwards broke his losing streak of about 70 weeks in a row since he had won a race. And of course, he satisfied all of his fans and the fans in attendance at Avondale, Arizona, that particular race. And he did his famous backflip. He is something else.
I'm scared of that.
They were wondering whether he would still do it since it had been so long and he had gotten a little older. Man, he practices. And, you know, those guys have to be in some of the best conditions to run 3-4 hours at a time, and that car gets
pull on
hot,
that wheel, and
and the strain,
it ain't no power steering.
The mental strain that you under is just fantastic.
Dehydrated from the heat. It ain't easy.
Louisiana racetracks are trying to come up with a better solution for the track. Oh Lord, are you tapping?
It's prayer book time. We're down to the end.
Anyhow, for the Louisiana racetracks, horse tracks, the Racing Commission is studying a way to maybe coordinate the closing and opening of the tracks a little bit better. And each week when we close the program and it comes too fast, I hope it comes too fast for you too at home. I hope you feel that way, that you're enjoying the program. We try hard, and we close with a prayer and a hope that you'll attend the church of your choice this weekend. God of peace, put an end to worldly strife and grant us your peace. Thanks for viewing, thanks for listening, and thank you, Andrew, for your assistance.
Thank you.